I have to admit, I was skeptical about the Zoeller 295-0008 wastemate at first. I've seen my fair share of basement floods and backed up drains, but when a neighbor told me their sump pump saved their finished basement from a foot of water, I had to see it for myself. I dug into the Zoeller 295-0008, and after running it through a few real-world tests, I'm actually impressed. The link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What really stood out to me is the build quality of this pump. This isn't some flimsy plastic pump that's going to crack the first time it freezes. It's cast iron from the motor housing to the switch case, with a powder-coated epoxy finish that's designed to laugh at rust. Even the fasteners are stainless steel, so you're not dealing with bolts that seize up after a season in a damp pit. I've got pumps that look brand new after 10 years, and others that look like they've been through a war after 2. This one falls into the first category. The attention to detail in the construction of this pump is impressive. The cast iron body is robust and can withstand the harsh conditions of a sump pit, and the powder-coated epoxy finish provides an extra layer of protection against rust and corrosion. The stainless steel fasteners are also a nice touch, as they won't corrode or seize up over time. This level of quality is essential for a pump that's going to be submerged in water and subjected to the elements. The float mechanism is solid too. It's not some cheap plastic ball that gets stuck or floats sideways. It's a stainless steel arm with a neoprene gasket, so it moves smoothly and doesn't corrode. I tested it in a bucket of murky water with debris floating around, and it cycled on and off without hesitation. That's the kind of reliability you need when you're not home and a storm hits. You don't want to be worrying about whether your pump is going to kick on when it needs to, and with the Zoeller 295-0008, you can have peace of mind. Power-wise, it's a 2-horsepower beast that can push up to 214 gallons per minute. That's not just theoretical either. I ran it through a garden hose setup to simulate a real discharge line, and it kept up without losing pressure. The 230-volt, 3-phase setup means it can handle heavier loads than your standard 120-volt pump, which is great if you've got a larger basement or a long discharge run. The 75-foot max head is no joke either. It'll push water up and out even if your outlet is far from the pit. Thermal protection is another thing I appreciate about this pump. It's oil-filled and hermetically sealed, with an automatic reset thermal overload. That means if it overheats, it shuts off and cools down on its own, then kicks back on when it's safe. I've had pumps that just keep running until they burn out, leaving you with a flooded mess. This one's smarter than that. It's designed to protect itself and your property from damage. The installation is straightforward if you've ever wired a pump before. The 20-foot cord gives you some flexibility, and the 2-inch NPT flanged discharge is standard, so it'll fit most setups. I set mine up in about 20 minutes, and it's been running silently ever since. No weird vibrations or loud humming, just a quiet, steady pump that does its job. I was also impressed with how easy it was to adjust the float switch to the right level. It's a simple but important feature that ensures the pump kicks on and off at the right time. Now, it's not perfect. The weight is a bit of a beast, around 40 pounds, so if you're moving it around a lot, it's not the lightest option. Also, the price tag is higher than your average residential pump, but you're paying for durability and performance. If you're looking for a pump that's going to last a decade or more without rusting out or failing, this is a solid investment. Think about all the money you'll save in the long run by not having to replace a cheaper pump every few years. I've also had the chance to compare the Zoeller 295-0008 to some other pumps on the market, and it's clear that this one is built to a higher standard. The materials are better, the construction is more robust, and the features are more advanced. All in all, the Zoeller 295-0008 wastemate is a no-nonsense, heavy-duty pump that does exactly what it's supposed to do. It's built to last, handles tough conditions, and gives you peace of mind when the weather turns ugly. If you're in the market for a reliable sewage pump, this one's worth a serious look. Whether you're a homeowner or a contractor, this pump is a solid choice for anyone who needs a high-quality pump that can handle the demands of a busy sump pit. Check it out using the link below.